So we've been talking about the letter L, and we know that the letter L makes the ol sound. Now look at this L. It doesn't look anything like the L that we are used to writing. Okay, it kind of has a little tab over here and it has a little base, but that's the way the computer makes the letter L. And so we need to be aware of that so that way when we're reading and we come across it, we don't rate it as a 1, all right? But the letter L, how we write it, looks just like this. All right, doesn't it look like a number that we know? It sure does. It looks like a number 1. So how do we tell the difference between a 1 and an L? Well, if the L is surrounded by a bunch of letters, then it's the letter L. And if the number 1 is surrounded by numbers or counting, then it's the number 1. And that's how you know. It's called context. Okay, and so this is what it looks like. And so when we see this card, we'll have a stack of them by the end of the year. We'll just be calling out what the letter is called. And this is the letter L. So now I have a keyword picture. It's a picture that helps us remember the O sound, okay? And so I'm going to give you some clues about what that could be, all right? And I want you to guess what it might be, all right? It's a big cat. It has a large mane. A mane is long hair around the face of an animal. This cat is called the king of the jungle. What do you think it is? Did you say lion? Well, then you are correct. All right, so when we see this card, we say lion ol, and it helps us remember the letter sound. Okay, so now that I've shown you our letter card and our sound card, or keyword picture card, I want to show you the sheet that we are doing. All right, so we're going to do this together. The first thing we do is always the same. We pick up our pencil and write our name. So I'm going to write my name. You are going to write your name right now, okay? And if you can't figure out how to write while you are working with me, you need to figure it out today, okay? So you have to be able to watch my video and do the worksheet at the same time, okay? So anyways, I have my name and number on my paper. Now I'm going to look at Max the Bear. Max the Bear is showing us where we are going to begin. All right, and so there's a number 1 right there. I know, it looks just like the printed L. Do you see that? It looks just like the printed L. It's the same. It's crazy, right? Trying to confuse a kid. All right, so this is a line. It's not like the dotted lines that we'll be working with later, okay? It's just our phonics, and it's just your first try. It's no big deal. If you make a mistake on the phonics sheet, it's really hard to erase it. So just cross it out and move on, okay? Other paper, like regular white paper, you can write on it and erase it, and it's not gonna tear, but these papers are real funny. These papers are also, it's important that you do not color them. So I know he's really cute, this lion, but we're not going to focus on that. The only thing we're going to focus on is doing our phonics, unless I say to color something, and there will be some times where we color, but very few times. All right, so put your finger on number 1. Echo ol. Write the lowercase letter that makes the sound ol on the line next to number 1. Okay, and so I'm going to do that, and you're going to do that. So there's capital, and then there's lowercase. Most of the time in writing and reading, you are going to write the lowercase letter, okay? All right, now look at Leo the lion down below. He's pointing to a big box of letters. Do you see all those letters? Yeah, okay. So what I want you to do is go and circle all the letter L's you see, and then we'll count them. All right, you want to do it with me? Here we go. Just the L's. We're not circling any other letter. All right, that was easy, right? Okay, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect, right? Okay. So then you have this sheet. Okay, and this is our handwriting sheet, and it's so important for us to follow the directions. Okay, so I think it's stapled, but for you, I'm just going to go ahead and put my name up at the top because I want to model that behavior that every time you get a sheet of paper, you should be writing your name. Okay, and then for these sheets, at least the first letter or the first day of a letter, we are going to just trace it so that way we can build up that muscle memory. Okay, so I'm just going to trace. So look at what I'm doing. I'm going all the way down and then I'm cutting to the right there. Okay, I'm not going like this. Okay, that is not an L. That is lazy, lazy, lazy. Okay, so what you need to do is make sure that you draw a very straight line from the top to the bottom and then go to the right. All right, don't push down hard like I just did. I just did that on I was being silly. All right, so there you go. There you go. All right, and so then you're going to trace the rest of this page. We have capitals, we have lowercase, lowercase, and then capitals and lowercase. So make sure you get them all. And that's it.